Welcome all to my YouTube channel Shweta Gupta Chemistry Classes. As in 11th we are doing the first chapter, some basic concepts of chemistry. So in that today we will be studying about the laws of chemical combination. Generally what happens, elements combine to form compounds. When elements combine to form compounds, during their combination, some laws are being followed, and all those laws we are going to study under this heading, laws of chemical combination. So the first law is law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. As the name indicates, here the mass is being conserved. So, this law was first given by Antoine Lavoisier, and it states that the mass of reactant is equal to the mass of product. Suppose two reactants A and B react, then the mass of the reactants will be equal to the mass of product. Suppose A plus B is 10 gram, then C plus D will also be equals to 10 gram. And it also states that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. This you have already studied in your class 9th also. So it mainly have two statements: mass of reactant is equals to mass of product, and matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. You cannot create a matter and you cannot even destroy a matter. Now I'll give you one example. If you take a test tube, and in that if you put 10 gram of ice, and you cover this test tube properly with the help of cork, so that nothing can enter it or nothing can leaves out. So if you heat this, then this is the reactant. On heating, this ice will change into water, and if you measure the mass of water, then the mass of water will also be equal to mass of ice, that is equals to 10 gram. So here the mass of reactant is equals to mass of product. One more example, mercuric oxide. If you heat mercuric oxide, then on heating it will give mercury plus oxygen. So 100 gram of mercuric oxide will dissociate into 92.6 gram of mercury plus 7.4 gram of oxygen. If you add these two, the mass of the product will be equal to the mass of the reactant, that is equal to 100 gram. So these are the examples. Now we'll do one numerical based on this law. Numerical is 4.90 gram of KClO3 when heated. It means you are heating KClO3 and its mass is 4.90 gram. When it is heated, it produces oxygen. Oxygen, how much mass is given? 1.42 gram of oxygen it produces. And residue of KCl left behind. Oxygen plus KCl residue is formed. So KCl and oxygen are formed, and the residue of KCl weighs 2.96. It means KCl weighs 2.96 and oxygen weighs 1.42. Here KClO3 is being dissociated into KCl plus oxygen. Question is, show that these results illustrate the law of conservation of mass. You have to show that these results illustrate the law of conservation of mass. So what does this law states? That the mass of reactant is equal to mass of product. So if you add these two products, mass of these two products, KCl and O2, it comes out to be 4.88 gram. But the mass of reactant is 4.90 gram. So what you have to do, you have to subtract from the this reactant, you subtract this. So it comes out to be 4.9 90 minus 4.88 gram, that is equals to 0.02 gram. So you can see that it is very less difference between these two value. There is very less difference between the mass of the reactant and the mass of the product. So this could be due to this small, very small difference in mass can be due to the experimental error. So this can be neglected. So as a result of this very less difference, you can say that yes, this data illustrate the law of conservation of mass. Next law is law of constant composition or definite proportion. So this law was given by J.L. Proust. Law of constant composition or definite proportion given by J.L. Proust. What does it state? It states that a chemical compound, if for example, firstly I'll tell you with the help of example. This is a chemical compound water, and this chemical compound water is always made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Water will never be made up from any other element than hydrogen and oxygen. And these two elements will be combining together in a fixed proportion or a fixed ratio by mass. Here you can see 2 atom of hydrogen. So 2 into 1. It is 1 for hydrogen is to ratio we are taking. Oxygen it is 16. So it comes out to be 2:16. That is the ratio is 1:8. So as we have seen this example, we can say that this law states that a chemical compound like water is always found to be made up of same element, is always found to be made from hydrogen and oxygen, which combines together, these two combine together in a fixed ratio. Fixed ratio is 1:8 by mass. So this is what this law states. So if you take example of pure water, you take pure water from any source, whether you take pure water from well, you take it from river, you take it from lake or sea, or from any country. If you take water will always be made up from hydrogen and oxygen only, and here hydrogen and oxygen will be combining in the ratio 1:8 always. So this is what this law of constant composition or definite proportion states. Now we will be doing one numerical based on this law. The numerical is that 6.488 gram of lead. This much gram of lead combined directly with 1.002 gram of oxygen. It means lead combines with oxygen and it is forming lead peroxide. The mass of lead is given 6.488 gram and the mass of oxygen is given 1.002 gram. Mass of lead is 6.422 gram and the mass of oxygen is 1.002 gram. So these two are combining to form lead peroxide, PbO2. Now we are performing experiment 1. Lead peroxide is also produced by heating. Lead peroxide, PbO2, is also produced by heating lead nitrate. Lead nitrate formula is PbNO3 whole twice. PbNO3 whole twice. So second experiment is lead peroxide is also produced by heating lead nitrate. So when you heat lead nitrate, what is found to be produced is lead peroxide. And the percentage of oxygen in this lead peroxide produced by heating lead nitrate is given 13.38%. 13.38%. So using this data, you need to illustrate the law of constant composition. Constant composition states that the elements are present in a fixed ratio. So they are present in a fixed percentage. So here two experiments are given. In first, Pb plus O2 produces PbO2, and in second, PbNO3 whole twice gives PbO2. The percentage of oxygen is given, that is 13.38%. How you are going to illustrate this law? Best method, with the help of this percentage of oxygen. The percentage of oxygen in lead peroxide will be always same, whether lead peroxide produced from any of the source, but the percentage of oxygen in lead peroxide will also be same, whether it is produced by combining lead with oxygen or by heating lead nitrate. So in second experiment, percentage of oxygen is 13.38. So if the percentage in experiment 1 also comes to be the same, 13.38%, if percentage of oxygen in experiment 1, percentage of this oxygen in experiment 1 also comes out to be 13.38%, then only this law will illustrate law of constant composition. So we'll take experiment 1. So mass of peroxide PbO2 formed by combining mass of Pb plus mass of O2. Mass of Pb is given 6.488 in the question, and mass of O2 is given 1.002 gram in the question. So mass of lead peroxide is 7.49 gram, 490 gram. So now if you need to find out the percentage of oxygen, जो आपको निकालना होता है आंसर में, that you always write on the right side, और आपको जिसकी हेल्प से निकालना होता है वो आपको लेफ्ट साइड लिखना होता है. सो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट with the help of this what the percentage of oxygen. So you can write that 7.490 gram of lead peroxide has oxygen is equals to how much oxygen it has? 1.002 gram. This much gram of PbO2 has oxygen 1.002 gram. So 1 gram of PbO2 has oxygen is equals to how much? Unitary method. 1.002 divided by 7.490. So if you need to find out the percentage, you have to find it for 100 gram. So how much 100 gram of PbO2 has oxygen? Into 100. That is unitary method. It also comes out to be 13.38%. So the percentage of O2 in experiment 2 is given 13.38%, and in 1 also it came out to be 13.38%. So the percentage of oxygen is same. So therefore this data illustrate the law of constant composition. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.